All right, we're back. It's Monday night. Welcome to another episode of Dirty Talk 101 Vegas, where we talk to the bold. Stories happen to unfold from the young to the old. Nothing's ever off limits to be told. With that being said, I'm Essie, aka Tornado Head, because I'm gonna keep your head what? Spinning!
Thanks. I like that.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Carlucci. You know you can talk to me about your coochie or whatever else that you have on your mind.
Type shit.
You guys, I'm so glad to be back this week.
Oh my God.
I missed you guys.
Carly went on vacation, for those that didn't know.
I'm always on vacation. But
She
I
was
went
on a
real
beach,
vacation.
butt naked, enjoying the oceans and stuff.
That's how you live.
We also have a guest in the house. You tell the people who you are.
What's going on, y'all? It is Vic Smith of FCCMG, and that's on me.
Hey, and where are you from, Vic Smith?
I'm originally from Michigan, but I've been in here in Vegas about 15 years. I'm from a small town called Saginaw. It's about an hour and a half north of Detroit, I want to say.
Nice.
Yeah, north. Yeah.
Nice.
So,
I know nothing about Detroit except that you guys have fashion and you guys know how to step, right?
facts. I will tell you right now, if there's any sign of Detroit anywhere in any city whatsoever, you play a stepping song and every single person will be to the dance. It's impossible to resist.
Yes,
It's impossible.
I went out there and I was doing it and I learned a little bit of it, and so I brought some of it back to Vegas. And now when I do just a little bit of it, people go, "Are you from Detroit?"
Yes,
I
it's
go,
that deep.
"No."
It's that deep.
Are you from the D? Shouts out to the 313.
Yes.
And the 989 Saginaw, Michigan. Sag Nasty, what's good?
Nice. We have a lot of people guests on our show that are actually from Detroit.
Really?
We've had people from the D before. I
Yeah,
remember
but
that.
you guys can stop moving here now. For real.
Seriously,
Y'all
traffic is
keep
getting
all
ridiculous.
that
Ridiculous.
madness, though, back in Detroit, for real.
But
y'all
you know
kinda
what?
Come out here in the West Coast,
I love
cause
it.
all that racket. Y'all can keep that where you at.
I love it though, because you guys are bringing culture. You guys are bringing music. Speaking
Facts.
of music,
Facts.
Mr.
Facts.
Smith, tell us
Yes.
how you are the ladies' man in the music world.
How am I the ladies' man in the music world?
Yes.
That's what we heard. That's
I
what
wouldn't
we're
say that part, but I'm just in the music world, you know?
You're
You
in
know?
the music world.
It's the music world and you.
And
I like that. I like that.
What is the name of the label that you're under?
The label I am under is Full Circle Core Music Group, FCCMG.
So this is where you can find them at, ladies.
Yes.
Wait, are you single?
Yes, I am.
Oh, and he's single,
Yes, I am.
ladies. Ding, 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 ding. We are winning. So, since you are single, I mean, we can just jump right into it.
Oh, I'm ready for the questions. I'm
You
ready.
are on the stage, you're performing.
Yep.
What kind of things happen to you when you're on stage? You have the ladies throwing panties,
draws?
the bras, come on.
I haven't had that happen yet, and I'm praying the day it happens, it does not distract me when I'm on stage. But when I'm on stage, though, I just turn into a different person. It's almost like I get possessed. So
You don't take them on stage and do the whole like strip thing, like
nah,
the whole,
that's not me. That's
You
not
don't
me.
rap to
The
them,
genuine-
like,
Not yet.
yeah.
Not yet. I haven't gotten that song yet. But maybe one day there'll be a lucky lady out there where I'll pick her from the crowd and we do that.
Okay,
But
just don't get no lawsuits. You know?
oh no.
We have celebrities do that. They turn around and get
It'll be
some
planned out.
lawsuits.
It'll be planned out. It'll be planned out.
So, okay, so when you're on stage, do you feel like you're more desirable than when you're just like out on the streets? Because
yeah,
I feel
what's
like
your alter ego say?
feel
when
like-
you're on
I would
stage?
say yes. I would
like,
say yes.
Women turn into something else when they see an artist on stage, I've realized.
Yes, they do. They
So,
do. Oh man.
I mean, do you see that when you're rapping and you're like looking in the crowd and you see
I
that
do.
chick?
I do. I kid you not. Just even at Hard Rock Vinyl. Shout out to Mike Xavier. Shout out to my guy Miles Lowe. We sold that out.
Miles Lowe.
Sold out shows, y'all hear
Yes.
that? This is what's next.
Sold
guys.
out.
Sold out.
what's up.
Packed. But to answer the question, it's
I
just
couldn't get no goddamn tickets, but go ahead.
it's all right. You coming to the next one. You coming to the
Sold
next
out, and
one.
I can't even
promise
get
you.
a ticket.
No, but when I'm on stage, it's just I'm very observant, and it's interesting because when I'm just walking around, people are looking at me because of the way I dress, and they're like, "Oh, okay, he's a pretty fly guy." But when I get on stage and that energy comes out, all heads turn. They're like, "Yo, who is this guy?" And it's just like there is not one pair of eyes that is not on me, and
Yeah.
the look that some of these women give me, I'm like, oh, if I go near you, I know I'm not going to hear the end of it. I know I'm not. Like,
Wow.
it's insane. I keep my eye on it. Sometimes it's a lot to handle, but other times it's absolutely hilarious.
I heard it's like an addiction.
What's
You
the
know-
craziest thing that a girl's done?
What, on stage or while I'm there?
I mean, just in so far.
I haven't really had anything crazy happen to me. Just a girl come up to me like, "Oh my God, you're so amazing! Like I love the way you are on stage." And I think one time a lady tried to grab my butt while I was walking off the stage to the crowd.
Oh my God!
Other than that, though, it hasn't been too crazy. Thank God for it. Thank God for it.
Women like butts. Let me just put that out
Yes,
there.
they
In case
do.
You guys don't know, men. We love butts.
Get them
so
squats in, fellas.
We don't like to see the butt sitting upside everything, though. Keep it nice and covered.
Yeah, put your pants up.
Yeah, we're not with that shit. But we do like to see it looking nice in some jeans. In those jeans, as Genuine would say, we like that shit too.
Yeah, I wear sweatpants a lot, so I get a lot of looks. I get a lot of looks.
Oh
Boy.
shit, gray sweatpants.
Are you in that group?
Huh?
Are you in that group?
Who?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
I don't
guys
know what you're
find
talking
those
about.
Gray sweatpants.
What?
Oh, you guys can send us pictures of your gray sweatpants on Facebook. I will definitely inspect the packages. I'm about that life.
Dirty Talk 101, baby.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, so
Gray sweatpants.
I want to know personally, since you're from Detroit.
Do you wear underwear under your gray sweatpants?
Yes, I do.
Oh boy.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
But you're not supposed
You're
to.
not free balling under the gray sweatpants?
What
Nah.
the fuck?
You
Nah.
cheating.
I know.
Nah.
What's the point of wearing gray sweatpants if you got it?
Nah, this package is
No,
special.
I need to see
This
it
package, you
spin.
can't get no previews and nothing like
Yeah,
that.
no.
Nah.
That's the preview.
It needs to
The
be
gray
earned.
sweatpants.
Gotta be
He
earned.
is not doing the rules right,
You
y'all.
guys, you cheating.
I make my
You
own
are
rules.
cheating. What is the point? He over here teasing motherfuckers.
That's not even
Look,
fair.
Low
I
key.
got on gray
Low key.
sweatpants, but you ain't seeing shit. Like, what kind of shit is that? You might as well
I got
switch
2
that.
pair of underwear on just in case.
Oh, no.
I'm just
see,
playing. I'm
right.
just playing. I'm just
I
playing.
need to where you have on the gray sweatpants and you know you lean over to get like the keys off the table or something and I see it lean too.
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gray
boy.
sweatpants.
All right.
Salud.
What was the beer wench's name?
Cherie.
Cherie.
All right.
Is the beer winch.
Was it Cherie or Shireen?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Thank you for the beer.
My Cherie Amor.
Ooh, I like that. See, one is from Saginaw.
Just
Yeah, I like that.
beer is all that you have to do. Cherie, Shireen. That's why we just call them beer winch. It's so much easier.
It is.
All right.
Okay, so I was saying,
Wait, we gotta give out shout out.
shout out to who?
Shout out to Lounge 107
Oh
for having
yes,
us here tonight.
tonight we are down, close to downtown. We are at Stratosphere 107 Lounge.
The
level,
Strat.
all the way at the top.
Rebranded.
Mr. Smith thought he had a drink too many already because he thought we were spinning, but that's the floor lord.
I'll take that. I'll
It's
take
spinning
that.
like I do with that head.
Nigga,
Yeah,
it's
feel
spinning.
me?
You know, say this view is beautiful though.
control.
Oh my goodness.
Keep it spinning. Yes, it gives you the whole view of the strip. So if you're ever in Las Vegas, make sure you check out Stratosphere 107 Lounge. It goes
Yes.
down.
Strat. The new name is the Strat.
The Strat. Strap yourself
It's
up.
kind of like the strap though. I'm like, are
I
we
was
gonna
waiting
put
for her to say it.
strap
I
on?
was waiting for her to say it.
On,
Look,
baby.
it looks like a big dick. When you come to Vegas, look for the big dick with the light on the
Low
top.
key.
I think it's fitting that we're here tonight. We love penis and we're in a phallus-shaped building. It's like perfect.
You know they designed these buildings for that purpose. Like the one with the smallest dick's gotta make the tallest building. This is his dick.
That's probably true.
It is true.
I have no idea who the owner of this
They
place
fight
is,
about
but
it.
I'm not in
It
this.
was Bob Stewart, but I don't know who it is now. That's tour guide information. All right. So anyway, you're from Detroit. You've been here 15 years.
Saginaw.
What?
Saginaw.
Saginaw.
Saginaw. Sag Nasty.
Sag nasty
Where's Sag
balls.
Nasty at?
It's about an hour and a half north of Detroit. Same culture though. It's basically like a small Detroit.
You know what?
Just smaller.
It's like when
I gotta
people
rep my
say,
city.
"Oh, you're from San Francisco," and people go, "Nah,
I'm from the Bay."
the Bay." Precisely.
Nah.
It is nothing like that, right?
No, it's not like
We
that.
got a whole different area code and everything. We got a whole I
Yeah,
can't.
when you're in Oakland, you have a totally different area code than.
No, that's why we say the Bay. We're all from the Bay.
That's
We
why
don't
I
we don't claim certain areas. You're not going to hear
I know,
somebody
but that
say,
whole thing, that
I
whole
see what
area
you're
is
saying.
the
I
Bay.
see.
I'm from Vallejo.
And I'm trying to.
I'll claim Detroit. I'll take
I'm trying to
Motown.
get it to
I'll
his
take
level,
Motown. I
his
can't complain.
level.
I
I know about the Bay. The Bay. I'm so sick of y'all in the Bay. But y'all have good shit out there.
I see.
Facts.
Okay,
So-
well, being from Detroit, you've been here
In the Detroit area.
Sag Nasty.
Sag Nasty.
You've been here 15 years. Like, have you
15 años.
Have you like even been around people of quality when it comes to dating since you've been in Vegas? I feel like Vegas has a very, it's a hard place to find companionship here.
It is.
Everybody's kind of like on
No,
their
it's
own.
easy to find companionship. It's hard to find true relationship.
Okay,
Like,
you can find
get in-
companionship, but you can't find a relationship.
Yeah.
It depends on your definition of companionship, I guess, in that sense.
So coming from a men's point of view,
Friends.
an artist, somebody who's busy out there in the field, do you find it hard to find quality relationships in people here in Vegas? Do you have a lot of friends?
I have a small circle.
Small circle.
I have a lot of associates. But I have, as far as friends go, I'm very careful about who I choose to be around because I believe in energies and whatnot. But to answer the question, yes, it is hard because there's not a lot of culture in Vegas, but the culture in Vegas is just like really money-driven, independent, like, which is, there's nothing necessarily wrong with it, but a lot of people, women and men, take it a little too far, and it's just,
What do you mean by take it too far? I mean, can you elaborate on that? What are we talking about here?
like, there's a lot of women I know that are just like, well, like, money's the number one priority, and then like their money independence is just like, it's toxic in a sense, because like, it's okay to be independent, and there's nothing wrong with it, but you can't expect to be in a relationship like that, just completely, just solely all you. Because a relationship is about being together.
You know, I had this discussion online with some people, and they said, you know, is it possible to be in a relationship without the woman asking for money, right? Now, you know me, I'm an independent woman.
You know me.
I don't need no money from
That's
no
possible.
man. But I learned that you actually kind of have to, like, figure out a way to depend on them in some way or another, and make them a need, or they think you're too independent for them, and it becomes a problem where, oh, she's too independent. So ladies, if you're out there listening, would you agree with me, Mr. Smith, that have a need for something, like have a need somewhere along the line where they can like man up, per se?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say have a need, but just allow for the space to someone to do something for you, because that it is okay for that. Like, you don't have to always do everything by yourself, because in a relationship, the whole point is, you know, to love the person and to give love. So it's like, let them love you. Don't be all like, oh, I can do everything by myself. Even though you can, in a relationship, you still have to work together. So it's just not necessarily depending on each other 100%, but just allow for that space, allow for that person to love you, or to, I guess you can say, in a sense, to need you or so.
Yeah.
So you guys, this is what I call my Sex and the City syndrome, because I think that actually a lot of successful women experience this, but like on the reverse side, because as a business owner, I know if you're out there grinding, you're trying to do whatever it is that you do and do it well. And it's not that you don't have space for a man to do something in your life. It's just that you don't necessarily need it. And you need fulfillment in other ways. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you don't need a man to pay your bills, but maybe you just need somebody to come over at the end of the day and have dinner with, have a glass of wine with.
Get that emotional support.
Something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So sometimes I think it's about successful men and women finding out where those gaps are and then being able to fill it in there. Like, find the Swiss cheese, you know? Find the holes in the Swiss cheese, and then you're gravy. I don't know. That's just my thoughts right now. That's where I'm at. That's what I've been thinking about. I've been pondering.
I mean, it's several ways that you can show support or be needed. So just make sure that you are giving them, like he said, that space, though. Like,
so as a powerful man, what's your favorite way for a woman to show support or love, or for her to fill in that Swiss cheese?
For me, I'm all about like growth. So if a woman can teach me something or help me grow in a sense, then that right there is very important. That there is key to me, because
what type of growth are you into? Like personal growth? Like you read a lot?
any type of growth, intelligent growth, emotional growth, just like mental growth, like just growing as a person in any aspect, you know?
What if you don't like what that woman is telling you? Maybe she's trying to help you grow. Say you're insecure and she's trying to help you be more of a secure person, but
Absolutely.
you may have been stepped on so many times in life that you can't necessarily agree with some of the ways she's trying to go about it. Like, how, like, do you grow in that aspect, or is it something that you're picking to grow in?
Well, with that is that's to me, like, I feel like that's ego in a sense, and it's all about intent. Like, as long as the intent is good, you can always communicate about how someone is executing that intent. So it's, as far as insecurities go, like I said, it's all about intent and just really paying attention to what she's trying to tell you or what she's trying to build you up in.
So you accept that. It's not like you're like, oh, like, you're crazy, I don't need this. You don't blow it off.
Never.
How old are you?
I'm 25. I'll turn 26 in June.
Oh, you're young.
Yes.
Super young.
Yes.
You're just getting started.
Yes.
You're in the world where nobody wants to be serious, right? A lot, like,
yes.
25-year-old women, they don't want to be serious.
Yes, I've scared many women with knowing what I want, and it took me a while to realize that. Like, I used to think there was something wrong with me, and it's not necessarily a problem, but it's just, I agree that women mature faster than men, but for me, in my case, I just think because of the way I was raised and the things that I've been through in life, like, I'm a bit more mature than the women that I choose sometimes. And it comes down to, I guess, me choosing better women. I don't want to say better women, but more suitable women for me in that sense. But it's kind of hard because I am in that zone of, like you said, you're just getting started. And my problem is like, I'm an artist. I know where I want to go and I know what I want. So when I come to a woman with that, she's just like, I'm still figuring myself out. I still want to mess around and I still want to figure stuff out. And it's just like,
I can imagine. Well, but aren't you still kind of on that level too? Like,
absolutely. And I've just come to that conclusion just even a couple months ago.
I was gonna say, like,
I know, but
it takes a little longer for you men to, like, get on a page of actually, like, oh, I know what I want now. Like,
true commitment.
Yeah, I don't even care.
I can agree with that.
I mean, I get it that you want, like, you probably want something that's stable and you know, just for the stableness of it to practice for.
What are you looking in a relationship? Like, what are you looking for?
You know, I thought I knew what I was looking for, but I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I've gone through a period in my life, and I'm telling my little brother this. I'm like, I'm really finding myself. Like, I'm not bullshitting myself this time. Like, I'm not like, oh, I want to. Like, I'm really taking all of my energy and my time into myself, figuring out how to love myself and what I actually want, not what I say I want or what I think I want. It's looking at myself, really looking at myself in the mirror, and not being afraid of my insecurities or anything like that, and being okay. Look, Vic, like, fuck what you're talking about. This is what you actually need. This is what you actually need to do. So it's taking all of that time to myself and focusing on me, becoming a better version of me, and loving myself. So, like I said, so I can allow that space, because there's sometimes I'll be like, oh, I want this in a woman, and it turns out that's not what I wanted. That's what I thought I wanted, or that's what I thought because of me wanting
things that you might think you want that you realize you didn't want.
Like, I used to want a woman to, in a sense, like, take care of me, and I can take care of myself. Like, I'm still wrapping my head around it. So,
did you have baby boy syndrome?
What do you mean?
Have you ever seen the movie Baby Boy?
I have, but not enough for me to
like, you were like on that level, like you were
a mama's boy.
I did grow up with a single mom. My mom had 3 kids. I did grow up with a single mom.
Did she give you a lot of attention? Were you the only boy?
I was the middle child.
Were you the only boy?
No. My older brother, and then me, and then my sister. Oh. So my sister got a lot of the attention, and then I was just kind of like
in the middle.
Just in the middle. So I got enough attention, but it wasn't like my mom was hovering over me.
Do you date older women?
I have dated older women.
Oldest you dated?
It's like 30.
30?
Yeah. Nothing too like.
Said, older women. 30.
Y'all didn't specify.
Like, wait a minute, how old is old for you? Because Yeah.
I've had older women interested in me, but I'll be honest with you. I'll be like, it was a bit intimidating. It was just like, you know what? I don't know if I'm grown enough for that.
Oh, boy. I'm glad you realized that, though.
I was looking at it. I was like, it's not that I couldn't handle it, but it's just that, not necessarily eating alive, but just of what they want me to provide. Like, I'm not necessarily.
Oh, you're not there yet. You're not ready for that. Because they're ready for you to be right.
You really have to.
Really? Because most women, older women that I know, especially from younger men, they don't really want you to settle down at all. They just want to use you for your body parts and your libido.
Oh, I've met some
that
women
matches
like that.
our libido once you get past a certain age.
Like sugar mamas?
Yeah, I've met a few.
A few sugar mamas.
Yes.
And you didn't oblige?
No.
Why didn't you oblige? I'm just curious.
I don't know. It's just my thing. Like I said, I'm an energy person, and if I don't feel anything right about it, it's just like I don't need to be in that situation. There's no need for it. Like, I'm alright.
But you wanted a woman to take care of you. So
yeah, but that's what I was saying. Like, that's what I thought I wanted. And in that sense, when I actually got it, it was just like, you know what? Maybe I don't want this. You know, I'm just gonna take a step back and
you just
really
say
find
you
out
actually
what I want.
got it. So what do you mean you actually got it? Did you have a situation where you had a girl taking care of you?
Well, trying to, and it was just like, you know what?
Trips, you was getting watches.
It was just like, it was just certain boundaries that are being crossed, and I was just like, you know what? I'm cool with
because
that.
when a woman does that, you know, we kind of own that ass after a certain point, depending on how much shit we bought you. So.
Oh no one owns me. That's not a thing.
That's how it gets at a certain point.
Yeah.
Nah, not over.
Is that why you got out?
Oh, I got out. That's a conversation for entirely. That's such a whirlwind. That gets very deep. That gets very.
Let me
what
know.
gets deep?
Tell me what it is. This is
Yeah, that's something that I'm not comfortable talking with.
About? I done hit a nerve.
No, you didn't hit a nerve. It's just the boundary.
I can't talk to you about that. My mother might hear it.
Oh boy.
Oh fuck no! I'm not worried about that.
Well, then spill the beans, brother.
Drink up.
Maybe when I finish this, what's it called? Something beautiful disguise. Brilliant disguise. Maybe when I finish it, I'll let some things slip.
Slip up.
So, like, okay, we get that you're single, but yeah. But do you still like date? Do you still mingle per se? Like, what keeps you occupied? Or are you just strictly, I'm all about working?
Now I'm kind of strictly I am strictly about working. Like I said, just like a period in my life where I went through a bunch of things that really tested who I was and my mental and whatnot, and I really had to think about who I wanted to be and like the cycle that I was in, the things that I was doing. And I was mingling around, you know, doing this, that, and the third, but it just wasn't healthy for me in that sense. So I just kind of stopped it, and I started to focus on myself a bit more because I was getting myself, like I said, in the cycle, and just like it was just taking a lot of energy away from me, and I was getting distracted from my music and my career. And with the way that things are going, that is the very last thing that I need right now. So I took myself away from it, and when I feel that I'm ready, I'll go back in. I'll mingle a little bit. I'll start talking again. But as of right now, hell no.
No kids?
Hell no.
Well, you are young. He's 25.
No.
Yeah, but a lot of guys like 25 have 6 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. 1 second. So, like, what's the missing piece out here when you're dating? What do you feel is like the missing piece, though? With these chicks out here, they're just not ready. Is that what you're saying?
That's a hard question because don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say that every girl in Las Vegas isn't ready or this, that.
I just want to make sure you guys are still doing okay, so I didn't interrupt you.
Oh, you're
Wonderful. We are wonderful.
Thanks, Shereen.
So, like, okay, but like, I don't even know how to say it. Like, what are some of the main problems that you see out here, though? Like, even when it comes to dating, because I feel like Vegas is not a place.
You know, I can answer that question. A lot of women that I've encountered, young women, they don't necessarily have an identity or know who they are, and they're basing their wants off of what they see off social media or what they see on TV, and not taking the time to really figure out what they want within themselves or what they like. So it's.
But isn't that a two-way street? Because even right now when I ask you, well, what do you want? You kind of didn't, like, really tell me what you actually want.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm in a point in my life where I'm trying to figure that out, so I'm not going into that area or that ring of life, because I owe it to myself to figure that out.
Do you have an idea of what you want?
You know, I'm starting to figure it out little by little, but I'm just piecing it together, and that's why.
Okay, if
I'm
somebody
taking
had a
my
looking
time.
glass into it, and I know I get it, you can't give me a full picture. I mean, what are some of the things that you think would be in
like
there?
what can you say to help women that are listening, like, know, like, okay, get an identity, but like, what is it that young successful men are looking for those that do want to be serious, that are looking for a relationship? They're listening to you right now. They're trying to figure it out.
We're just looking for women to be
wholesome. Is it wholesome again?
I mean, that all depends on like your spirituality and just like what you doing with all of that. Because
or do you want them to twerk it on you, and you see them in the club, and
You
they're
know what?
twerking
If
it
I-
on
if
you,
I-
and they're like, hey.
if there was a woman out there who was a mixture of Cardi B and Michelle Obama, I might turn my head 2, 3, or 4, 5 times. I might be like, oh. I like that. I like that. Just be patient, understanding, open-minded, especially with like, cause like with me being an artist, like I have to dedicate a lot of time to the studio. I have to dedicate a lot of time to like my brand, and it's just sometimes like I'm not going to have a lot of time for you. And it's not that I don't care or anything. It's just that like I've been building this brand since I was like 12 years old,
Right.
and I can't just give it up like that to just be with you all the time. And
Right.
it's just be my team member. Like, I don't know, take photos with me, come to my show, be like my photographer, or suggest things that could help me in my brand, or that would allow us to spend time together, but within that brand, because I feel that at the end of the day it's going to be worth it, because I'm trying to build an empire, and when that day comes where we reap all the benefits, you're for sure going to get like whatever the hell it is that you want or that you need.
Okay, so say you are dating a lady, and she's getting to know you, and you like her, she likes you, it's obvious, you guys are spending time together. How does she know that you're serious and that she's just not wasting maybe another time with somebody who just wants to perhaps fuck?
Yeah, what's your rule?
Oh,
Like,
me?
you
I'm straight
have
up
a
about
rule?
everything. I'm straight up about
So
everything.
you tell her from the gate,
Like
what?
from the gig, like if I'm talking to a girl, I'll be like, hey, I love the time that we're spending together. I think you're beautiful, this, that, and the third. But here's the thing: I'm not looking for a relationship right now. I'm not ready to commit with you or
So you
anything
tell
like
them
that.
that.
It's like, look, I'm all about truth, because I don't want nothing to come back to me. I don't need like, oh, you're a liar, this, that, and the third. Like, that's energy I can put into my empire. Like, I don't need to. So I'm gonna be real with you up front. So
Okay.
whatever you decide to do, or like after that, is up to you. But I'm always upfront. I'm always here to be like, hey, I like you. I do see this going somewhere, and I do want to build with you. How do you feel about this? You let me know so I don't get the wrong idea. And that's how I've always been, and I will always be that way, because in the past, I've broken my own heart with like expectations just and assumptions, and I'm not doing it anymore. I am not doing it anymore.
Smart man. So, I mean, ladies out there, if they're not talking to you about it, in my opinion, I feel the same. A man should be discussing what level he is at with
Absolutely.
you. For
Absolutely.
the longest, that was hard for me, because I would be talking to men, and it would be like, by next week we're in a relationship, and nothing was discussed.
Right.
But you're mine now, and I'm like, I guess I could roll with this. I don't have no problem. So, but it was just the way they went about it,
Right.
that I never got the experience of a man actually telling me, hey, I like you, but I don't want this, or I do want
Communication
this.
is
So,
key.
You out there, it is something that should be discussed. And I just ended up in a relationship that I was with. I asked them, like, where do we stand? What am I to you? Like, where are we going with this? Because there are some men that won't say shit, and you have to
They get
ask.
comfortable, and they're just like, I want to do this forever, and it's like, okay, but
Yeah.
what is this? Like, what
Yeah,
are we doing?
what is
Where do you
this?
see this going?
Right.
Like,
So definitely,
Well, that's great and everything, but I want to know, since like basically what you're telling me is like you're single and ready to mingle. What's up? Are you getting it in? You are in Vegas. What's happening? Are you your dick wet right now? Like, what happened
Do you
today?
get your dick wet? Is the
What
question.
is going down?
All right, this is going to sound absolutely ridiculous, but for the past month there has been no masturbation, there has been no porn,
masturbation, good.
there has been no messing with any other woman. It has just been strictly all my energy on myself. There's been no weed. I'm not gonna lie, I have been drinking liquor. I haven't quite cut that out, but I'm doing that, as I said, to put all of that energy into myself. And as of lately, it's been working wonders because I've been going through a healing process and learning myself, and it's a lot of clarity.
Dry.
Yes, very. Except for when I take a shower. But other than that,
He said it's my hobby, you guys. So can any ladies out there tempt you right now, or are you? How long are you going to be on this streak for?
You know what?
Are they wasting their time?
I honestly can't tell you, but I'm always straight up. And if there's a woman out there who can bring it out of me, versus like, you know what? Like, I don't give a fuck what I'm going through right now. Like, I want you.
Isn't Coachella coming up?
Coachella.
You say Coachella?
What?
You say
Coachella.
Coachella. I thought you said Gucci. I'm like, what is that? Is that like is that Gucci? I was like, I thought Gucci was canceled. What's going on?
Gucci is canceled. Okay, so all right. Well, that's very interesting. I definitely am always interested in people's sex journeys. Whenever they tell me that they're going through celibacy, I support you, but I won't ever do that.
So when you were,
in the pool,
having fun with ladies. Was it important for you to make, like, what was the importance of making them come, per se?
Number one.
Was that for you or for them?
For both.
For both?
For both. Because my thing is this: if you take care of a woman, she's going to take care of you. And the whole point is to make sure that you get there. Like,
so
you get the best of the
priority.
best. So it's just like, absolutely.
You ever been with a chick and you just refused to go down on her?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
Mainly because I was young and it was like a one night stand thing, and it's like, I don't know where you've been, so I like.
Oh, okay, in that case, I approve of the DJ.
Yeah.
But if it's like a woman that I know and I trust and have a connection with, I
know
I got a fork and a butter knife, A1 steak sauce.
Who was in a relationship for 10 years, and their person wouldn't give them oral pleasure.
Wait, what? Repeat
for
that?
10 years.
10 years?
I was in a
For 10 years.
relationship that a guy did not go down on me, and it didn't bother me.
Never.
Oh, okay.
That shit.
You better than me. You a lot better than me.
If you with Carlucci, you gonna lick the coochie.
And so
you respected their boundary. I respect that.
yeah,
I respect that.
We're good.
I'm not good with it. I'm not okay with that.
Great, we're good.
I don't care how great your sex is, I'm not gonna be okay with that. Never. You gotta lick it before you stick it.
I'm good. As long as I come, I'm good. Like, there's many ways I can come. It doesn't always have to be from me. But
You don't always have to do it. I don't know if you always have to do it, because sometimes on a quickie you don't have to do it. But for like life purposes, I need to know that if I need some head in bed, that you're gonna be there for me.
So what is some of your favorite sexual things when you do decide to be with a woman? They can listen
What's your
to
favorite
the
position?
show. They can maybe try some shit on you.
I like them all. I don't necessarily have a favorite position. I just sex in general is just like the whole experimentation of it. Just like,
how many times would you have sex today?
A lot.
Yeah, because you're young.
A lot.
Figure this out.
A lot. I have a high sex drive.
So how many times?
I have a lot of energy though, just in general.
What's the most times you've had sex in one day?
At one time.
I think like 16 times in a day.
Oh my god.
With different
fired.
people or with the same person?
You're fired.
No, I like it.
No,
I'm gonna congratulate you.
You're fired.
I'm fired.
Yeah.
You're hired.
Not enough?
You're fired.
Not enough?
That's too much.
Oh.
You're gonna hurt my coochie.
Well, it's not like I want to wake up. It's like, yeah, my number is 16. Let's do this. It was just like, it was one of them days.
Let me get 3 more sessions in.
It was just one of them days where it was just like, but it was both of us though. It wasn't just me. Like,
was you on something?
It was it was just because we had sex. Then went to go get something to eat, and in the car, she was like, so, like, are we done? And I was like, wait, what? I was like, you want more? She was like, I'm nowhere near done. And I was like, well, fuck it. We ain't got nothing to do for the rest of the day. Let's do what we do.
Wow.
So it's just...
I would be so mad and tired and through with you.
Yeah, well, you're also in love with the 3-pump chump machine. So I don't know what to tell you. She says she only needs 3 minutes.
That's fair. You said as long as you come.
Yeah. Good.
Honey, no, honey.
And if you take too long, I'm gonna make you come.
No.
I'm gonna squeeze it out till you come.
Yeah, that's my problem. When it feels good, I like to savor the feeling. So yeah.
Yeah, you would have pissed me
Yeah,
off.
tantric sex is where it's at. She doesn't even know what's up.
Tantric sex.
Tantric sex. I've talked to you guys about this many times.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard about that, but I haven't done too much research.
You should get a book on the
Let's get. Are there any books that you recommend?
There are many books on. Just get any book on the Karma Sutra. Just look up Karma Sutra.
Bet.
Google Karma Sutra.
Bet.
Google tantric practices, and everything that you want to know will appear before your eyes like magic. But it's just the internet.
Okay, so I want to know: have you ever had sex on drugs?
I mean, marijuana. That's it though.
Marijuana.
That don't count.
I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't. Did it do anything? Did it hype into your?
Yes, it was fucking amazing.
It was amazing.
It was fucking amazing.
I feel like it's
I let out a war cry after I was finished.
Yeah, it does, but you know,
The best sex is on ecstasy.
no, the best sex is on mushrooms. Actually,
Mushrooms, I get too lazy.
mushrooms,
Very
you
lazy
are like
and I wanna
in
laugh.
another world.
I've heard that.
So you can actually see the person for themselves. It takes down the ego,
Really?
so that the ego's no longer there, and so you actually, it's like a stronger bond, in my opinion.
I like
Yeah,
that.
that's for like lovey-dovey sex. I don't want that. I want porno sex.
If you want porno sex, then you have to get on the
Cocaine.
ecstasy.
I would say that. I would
And
say
then
that.
drink a couple of drinks, and you're good.
Okay, the way to a girl's
I
heart
try not to drink
in Las
before
Vegas
sex.
is
that
a
fucks me
good
up.
press pill.
It's just no.
and a
I
bottle
last too
of
long.
vodka.
It's ridiculous, and then I can't come, and it's just like, you know, we've been at this shit for like 2.5 hours.
Well, that's how ecstasy is.
I'm tired.
Tantric,
It's
yeah,
not
that's good.
like you
shouldn't
feel
be
great,
tired.
but
You should still be ready to go.
It should be reviving you every time.
I'd be ready to come.
It's like a cheat code. It's like a cheat code. with
What's the
sex.
freakiest thing a woman's ever done to you?
A girl
At your young
tried
age.
to put a finger near my butt, and I was not
You
having
didn't
it.
let it happen?
Hell no.
You weren't
Hell no.
about it?
When you're
Just a
older,
finger?
that's going to be a prostate massage.
You know, here's the
like
thing though.
it.
Like as a child, I might be letting too much
Make
information.
her lick it before she puts the finger up
Whoa.
there next time.
Here's the thing. As a child, I had to take enemas, so like.
It just doesn't create
But
a
butt
feeling.
pleasure is not the same as an enema.
It just didn't feel good though. It didn't feel good.
I
It
hope
didn't
you
feel
go
good.
past it.
I mean, maybe one day I might be like, all
I'm a
right,
big
wife,
fan of
try
anal
it.
pleasure.
But as of right now, I'm straight. I'm good.
Well, she's got to be sucking your dick at the same time she plays with your ass, or it just doesn't
Yeah,
work.
but then it doesn't work.
Did she do it like that? Or did she just go straight for the asshole?
She was on the balls, and then she like tried to put her finger like
Don't
she
neglect the
missed.
balls.
She like hit the cheek, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "Oh, I thought I'd try." I was like, "You thought wrong." I was like, "Get back to what you were doing before, because I'm not with that. Not right now. Not at this point in time.
So not
I don't
all
know if
men
I'll
are-
ever be."
Not all men are with that, ladies. You gotta
Hey,
be careful.
I don't. To any men that do it, that enjoy it, by all means, like 2 thumbs up. You do your thing. But for me, as of right now, I'm straight. I'm all
You
right.
feel that they should ask you first before they try something
Absolutely,
like that?
absolutely.
But what if somebody actually
Absolutely.
likes it and they didn't ask you, and then they like it, and then you like it?
You gotta ask me first. You gotta ask
You
me
might not
first.
know you like it, so if
You
I
gotta ask
try
me
it,
If I'm comfortable with you, I might be like, yeah, all right, let's see. But as of right now, nah, I'm straight. I'm all right.
so when do you think you'll have it all figured out, Mr. Smith? What age do you feel that you've reached where you feel like this is what I want, this is where I'm going, and I'm ready?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll probably say like 27, because I've done a lot of research,
not going down.
So,
It's going to be 40.
In all honesty, I'm not entirely sure.
I want you to mark my words. It's going to be when you're 40.
You know, I don't doubt that. My uncle, he just really settled down in his 40s.
Give me the link for the words.
Yeah, because I feel like, I normally don't date guys unless they're 40.
Look at George Clooney.
What happened to him? He's got a divorce.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh, damn. There's no hope. Damn.
He got a divorce. I was like, dang, that hit hard.
Oh, that hurts.
But on the other hand, you have chicks like Cardi B. She broke up with Future, and then she said on a show that it was like really hard for her to date people because she didn't know if they wanted to date Cardi B, quote unquote Cardi B, or her as a person.
Yeah, I talked to my little brother about that. Like that's a scary thing in the industry when you're getting to that point. Like, and that's why like I was always obsessed with like finding my girl before like I blew up or anything, because you never know. Because even celebrities will date celebrities like, oh, you're popping right now, that'll help my career. And it's just like, fuck that. What about me? What about me as a person? Like, what are we like supposed to ride this thing out? So like it's going to be hard, but I'll figure it out.
But she got back with Future though, right?
With Future with
she's good.
With the baby daddy. What's the baby daddy's name? Offset.
She got back with Offset then.
Offset. Yeah.
That's the one that broke up with her and then they got back together.
I thought she broke up with him, but yeah, whatever. However it happened.
Something about an affair or something like that.
So what do you think about Cardi B? Because there's a lot of like bad reactions to her right now. With this last twerk video, which she's just doing what everybody else do. She's trying to get that money.
I'm not mad at Cardi B.
Money.
I like Cardi B's energy. I like her personality. She's even had an interview where she was telling, other young women, like, yo, don't necessarily take the route that I did. Like, if you don't have to do that, don't do it. And everybody's just going ham at her. It's just like, I love the fact that she won a Grammy. Like, I made a post on Facebook. It got like...
She won a Grammy for what?
For
best
rap
solo or something like that. She won. And I was like, I applaud. It's like, yo, like, you bust your ass. Like, you did your thing. Like, you were a stripper at one point, and now you're like an international star, and I love it. And these people are just like, oh, well, she's not Nicki, or oh, she was a stripper 2 years ago, and it's just like, okay, but what the fuck are you doing
right now?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, in 2 years.
She made power moves.
And I can't be mad at that. She's trying to better herself as a person and move forward. Like, how the fuck can you hate on that? I don't understand that.
Usually I don't like Cardi, but in this case I give Cardi the thumbs up for the week.
So you can't turn a hoe into a housewife?
No, I don't know about turning a hoe into a housewife. But you can take her from the hood to the Grammys on everything. So I'm not mad at that. But you know who I am mad at this week, you guys?
Who?
You guys, have you heard about this thing with the dude from Empire? The Jussie Smollett or whatever his name is?
I have not. What happened?
Alright, you guys. So I guess it's a hoax.
Alright?
I don't know if you guys heard about this. First he was on there saying that he had gotten assaulted, that he was like accosted by some guys that threw some unknown liquid on him that may have been acid, or they didn't know what
that shit was Chicago water.
That he had a
noose around his
neck. Yeah, he had a noose around his neck, that he had gotten beat up.
That was a choker.
And now I guess, they're saying that it may have not been true. I don't like that. What do you guys think about that?
This is a hoax and it's not true. Like, what the fuck did he do? He threw some shit on himself? What?
No, he paid. They said that he paid. The story so far is that he paid 2 Nigerian brothers to do it, this, that, and the third. But nothing has been concrete or definite as of yet. But the fact that the story is falling apart and there's a lot of holes.
Holes in the story?
The Swiss cheese you were talking about earlier, like it ain't looking too good for my mans. And it's like I told you guys earlier, like I forgive him, but she fucked up tough.
Didn't this just happen with Chris Brown too?
Okay, but the Chris Brown thing was actually not true. They were trying to smear my homeboy Chris Brown, and
because he bought his masters. He got his masters
to Rihanna or whatever. But in this case, it wasn't Chris Brown's. It wasn't Chris Breezy, and the girl actually came forward and said that it wasn't her, but by then some of the damage had been done. It already got reported by TMZ, but I guess Chris Brown is in the clear on that one. He did not rape the girl. So all of everybody who's saying that, I mean, I don't really think that Chris Brown had to rape anybody.
Let Chris live. Let Chris live. He's trying to better his life.
You know who they're not living right now? They're not letting live. They're getting deaded right now. Is Gucci. Gucci had a major faux pas recently. They came out with a sweater that people felt depicted blackface. Have you guys seen the sweater?
No.
You guys see the sweater?
What is it?
All right.
That brown man.
It's this reverse turtleneck that you basically pull up over your nose as if it's a ski mask, and it has a large black, it's a black turtleneck with large red lips, you know, I guess Gucci's canceled. So I mean, I was never a Gucci girl anyways. I was always about my Louis.
Oh God.
But
out of control.
You know,
out of control.
It's actually ridiculous. I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but yeah, that's what's going down in the fashion faux pas of life right now.
It's deep. It's deep.
But if you guys are depressed about that, I want you to know
I ain't like Gucci no way.
Well,
I'm not a Gucci fan.
I was a little depressed, but I did read this article that told me that if I was depressed, that having sex might actually help to treat depression, you guys.
Oh,
facts.
Sure.
Facts.
Sure.
All right.
I was just reading that too, that basically if you live a single life, you're prone to as many diseases as somebody who has obesity. So all you motherfuckers out there that think it's okay to be single, I'm gonna let you know right now. It is not okay to be single. Find yourself a woman to help you grow.
I got 7 girlfriends. What you talking about?
Okay.
No, I do not. I do not.
But okay, that's fine. But you know, like have a woman on your side as a teammate, best friend, something that you're working on. Because
women are geniuses.
Women bring a lot of aspects to the table that men don't even realize. I think when I date men, they always get a promotion at their job.
Well, I mean, according to the article that I read, it said that you can actually use sex, well, specifically semen, as an antidepressant.
Really?
Yeah.
You hear that, ladies?
It's an article called Attention
I'm full
Ladies.
of it. I'm full of it.
Semen is an antidepressant. And apparently,
men need it just as much as women.
Yeah, apparently vaginal exposure to semen elevates women's moods. So they did a study on it, and
I believe that. I'll be a bitch.
That's what they say. That says
I'm doing all this clapping.
Hormones and pheromones. So if you're depressed, get on top of that dip.
Yo, her verbiage is hilarious.
Where the fuck was the article I was reading? But it was basically saying all that shit. Like, you need all that. Like, we release so many different, what's the word? What do we release?
Hormones.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Different things when we're just like laying next to a person, when we kiss a person, when we're talking to somebody, like all of that. That's why they pay that one bitch to cuddle.
Yeah, I mean that is true. But then you got to be careful. Valentine's Day was just this past week.
Oh, it was. I forgot.
A lot of people were out there bumping and grinding, and I know that
it was a spike in some shit.
Well, I know probably a lot of ladies might have had to go out and get that Plan B afterwards.
Oh boy.
But to control, to do birth control. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people who were in that situation. But what do you guys think about men being able to opt out of fatherhood?
Wait. Did you all? I don't know if this was
That
true.
was the smoothest transition ever. Whoa.
Okay.
Well, because I mean, if a woman can go and get the Plan B and she can have control over her contraception, what do you guys think about men having that right?
That's for me. That's a bit deep because at the end of the day, it's the woman's body. But
I give the man the right. I ask him.
That's fair.
I say,
that's fair.
Is this something you want to do? Do you want me to go get the Plan B? If you want me to get the Plan B, I go get it. If you don't want me, then I'm not going to go get it. I'm fair though.
I mean,
too fair.
That's true, but then there's a lot of women
Thank
that are
God
just
for
like
women
my
like
body, my rights, and you know how I am. I feel like you have to respect that because at the end of the day, it is her body, and a lot of times, let's face it, it's mama's baby, maybe. But basically, there was a court case, and in the court case, a 25-year-old man had a legal argument that his unplanned child, he basically should have the right to an equivalent of an abortion by choosing to opt out legally and sign over his parental rights. He said from the gate, it was a one-night stand. He never wanted to be with her.
Why the fuck did you come in there?
Well, that's the thing. I'm sorry to cut you.
It was a two-way street. I mean, she could say the same thing. Like, why didn't she wrap it up? Isn't it a two-way street? I mean,
no, because we are, as women, we are the consequence. So you gotta make a motherfucker strap up, or you gotta put something on if you don't want the kid. If you don't want to get pregnant, basically, you have to make sure that he straps up. Period.
The woman does, or the man does? Because the woman
has to. I mean,
but there's also woman contraceptives too.
both sides.
Like, you could put a diaphragm in and make sure that nothing gets up there. I mean, there's
but can I go into 7-Eleven and get a diaphragm? No, but I can go into 7-Eleven and get a Magnum.
Yeah, but if you don't make
accessibility is easier for men to get the contraceptive than it is a woman. I gotta walk all the way to Walgreens, get them to unlock the case, and see if they.
My thing is
have
just like,
shit.
if you're a man and you're smart, you know the consequences of having like unprotected sex. So you need to have a condom on you at all times if you're not looking to have a child at any point.
Yeah, but the motherfuckers think they can pull out is the problem, and your pull out game ain't strong.
Nah, you gotta be better than
the
that.
judge definitely agreed with you guys, and the presiding judge ruled against Dubé. That was the last name of the guy in the case. And her quote in the case was, "If chivalry is not dead, its viability is gravely imperiled by the plaintiff in this case." So he tried to dub it the male equivalent of Roe versus Wade, but basically he got shut down. And pretty much everybody said the same thing that you guys said, that basically if he didn't want to have the baby, he should have wrapped it up. So you guys, I hope you wrapped it up on Valentine's Day. And if you didn't, if you were bad, you can name it after me.
There's Plan B, and they will take you up to a certain amount of weeks. I'm still with it. Whatever you need to do. Hey, but did you hear about the guy that stabbed his
I heard
baby
in New York
mama?
or whatever,
Yes.
and then he got off because of the abortion laws.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Because he didn't want to have a baby, or
There's
what?
one thing to
Like,
get an abortion, but to assault somebody? No.
killed the baby, obviously.
No.
Killed the mom. So,
No.
So yeah, it's
That's
pretty fucked in the
horrible.
game. All
That's
that
absolutely
shit.
He still
horrible.
attacked the woman, though. Even if it was the baby, he still attacked the woman. They're part of each other.
For those that are dating, I do have a couple things that I do want to remind you guys. If you're trying to keep it fresh in a relationship, you got to try new things. One of them is lower your expectations of what is going on. People are not always going to be that perfect person for you. It's an 80-20. You got to give and take. Also, schedule yourself some sexy time. If you're in a relationship, make that time for your lover.
Balance.
Yes, and reintroduce mystery. You know,
Yes.
a lot of times you guys get into these set modes and it's always the same thing.
Wednesday,
Man.
9:30 p.m. every Wednesday.
Yeah, so
Oh,
tonight,
no.
ladies, come with the dog collar chain. Had a chain hooked up, tie that motherfucker up to the bed, and like whip his ass or drop candle wax on him. Something, do something.
Whatever he prefers. If he
But-
prefers candle wax, yeah. If he don't,
Bring out
you
that
know,
50 shades of
that shit is hot.
gray, black, white, purple, whatever color you need to bring out. I bring the shades of red because I'm making them bleed. You feel me?
Whoa.
She's got everybody's head
Say
spinning
what
right
you
now.
want. A lot of times you guys are not saying what you want in the bedroom. It's like
It's okay to
you
be
know,
nasty.
Yeah, I'm posting stuff about, does your partner fulfill you sexually? Some of y'all telling me no. If he's not or if she's not, tell them what you would
Communication
like for
is
them to
key.
do. Communication rules the nation. And then last but not least is know when to seek outside help. So if it all else fails,
Get
Talk to a counselor.
Yeah,
Like, stop
okay.
just feeling like after 25 years, after 10 years, after 5 years, after 2 years, after 1 year of being with somebody that, we need to go our separate ways because I don't like the way he does this. Like, that
Work
is
it out,
not
people.
a reason to leave somebody. So we need more healthy, strong relationships in this world today. So shouts out to all those who are putting in the work.
Mental health is
to
important.
be with their
Exactly.
partner and to negotiate.
Shout out to
and
Lou
to
and Imani. They getting
conversate.
married in March. What's good?
Shouts out to all those getting married. We love couples. We love seeing them. And we love single people too. But if you single, just get on some serious shit. Because there's a lot of people who are looking for a partner. There's a lot of things that we can accomplish. And a lot further places we can go when we're doing it together. That's all I gotta say for tonight. You got anything to say, Carlucci?
You know what?
Gucci,
I
Gucci.
just gotta say it's all Gucci, but Gucci's still canceled.
Fuck Gucci.
How did I not see that coming?
You guys, I had so much fun with you tonight. I'm so glad to be back. I can't wait to do it again next week. This week has been an absolute pleasure. I want to thank you, sir, for coming
Thank you.
out.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been a
Smith,
pleasure.
thank you for
I've
coming
had a
out.
lot of fun. I hope you guys invite me back. I hope you guys invite me back.
And soon we're also going to be taking it to the streets to get out there and ask the tourists what they
Guys,
think
we're going to
about-
go live from the streets of
Yeah.
Las Vegas again.
Dun, dun,
What
dun.
they
Sin
think about
City.
certain things. You know how we do. We might even do video live. We're still undecided about that. But definitely always stay tuned. Thanks for supporting us every Monday night at midnight. And shouts out to the 107 Lounge for allowing
Thanks
us
for
to record
having
here
us.
tonight. And until next time, safe sex and paychecks. We out.